What up? What's cracking, people? Trying to get this together. Trying to get this together. What's going on? You guys in the building, please share it. Share it to all your platforms. Share it to your loved ones. Share it, share it, share it. I'll give you guys a minute to come in. Appreciate you guys when you do come in. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. If you are a new subscriber, hit the subscribe button for me as you make your way in the building. Let's go to get into the theme song. We're going to get while we here. Let's go to get into the theme song, and then we're going to get while we here.
Let's get educated. Let's get educated. Let's get educated. Bitch, I'm hella hated. I'm hella hated. Let's get educated. Let's get educated. Let's get educated. Bitch, I'm hella hated. I'm hella hated. Well, what's good, ladies and gentlemen? This is the Listen Doctor Radio, and I bring you guys a brand new show today, and I am brought to you by YouTube, Anchor Radio, and Spotify, and you already know what this is. We are the Listen Doctor Radio.
Wow, what's good, ladies and gentlemen out there? What's popping? What's good? What's good? This is the Listen Doctor Radio. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Shout out to you if you're a new subscriber. Shout out to you if you've been around for a long time. Shout out to you if you just checking it out and trying to see what the show about today, man. I want to say thank you guys for being here. What's good? Today, man, we have a topic that I told you guys we was going to talk about today as well, like we always do after every major holiday, especially a holiday like 4th of July. Where we come on and we talk about certain issues that happen on 4th of July. And the city that we talk about a lot is no other than Chicago. Chicago, what I like to call it, Ratchet City. What I like to call it, the city where you cannot grow, cannot live, you cannot make it. That city is being ruffled and bullied by the criminals that run that city. Shout out to you guys that's in the building. What up, BJ? The people that run that city, the people that come in that city and make it hard for you to be in there. It makes you hard for you to live. and it's no progress going on in Chicago. Today, man, we got a story that's coming from out of Chicago, where I told you guys it was going to be a lot of killings and a lot of shootings. I was off by 100. I was off by 110 shootings. It was not 200 plus shootings, but it was 80 plus shootings that happened in Chicago over the 4th of July week. And the 4th of July week started that Friday and it ended today, or Sunday night. That was the weekend. And in that time, they had 88 shootings with over 10 people dying. This is the only way you're going to see this news. You're going to see it here. So we're going to go ahead and get into the story. I want everybody to check this out because I have some stuff to print out. I have a couple of things to print out that you didn't see in these other stories before. Pay attention to what the news allowed to happen and what nobody else speak up about but me. I want you guys to pay attention. Pay attention, listen to what happened in this interview with these people. And it's a shocker. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the story. I'm not going to wait for nobody to get in here. If you're not in here right now, you'll have to watch it on the replay. But let's go ahead and get it. I'm going to put this behind me and I'm going to move out the way. And I want you guys to pay attention. So what an individual had to say about the violence that's happening in Chicago.
Any official numbers yet, but according to our count, at least 72 people have been shot in the city since Friday evening. 5 of them were children. Those 5 children shot since Sunday afternoon. A 6-year-old girl shot in West Pullman is among the weekend victims. She and her mother were outside with others early this morning near 119th in South Michigan. Someone fired from a gray SUV, hitting the child in the hand and her mother in the back.
Likely, the 6-year-old wasn't a target, as we've seen too many times, tragically. Someone else is being targeted, and the unintended target, an innocent child, is struck.
Hours earlier, a 5-year-old girl was shot in the same neighborhood. She was in an alley at 117th and South Normal, where someone started shooting. The girl was hit in her right leg. Police say her condition is stable at Roseland Community Hospital. And children were injured in a drive-by this morning in Washington Park. 6 people were shot. A 12-year-old girl remains in critical condition at Comer Children's Hospital. A 13-year-old boy is stable. Investigators put down more than 100 evidence markers at the scene. They have no suspects in custody.
No more. We ask each and every individual throughout all of our communities in Chicago to get on top of your alderman and call for a no confidence vote in Superintendent Brown.
If policing kept us safe, we would be the safest community in the country. And clearly we are not.
Pause. What did this I'm gonna hold myself back from cussing her out. Even though I want to cuss her out so bad, I'm gonna hold myself back. Nah, fuck that. What did this bitch say? This bitch said, and this faggot guy said what? We need to get to our aldermen, and we need to tell them that we have a no confidence in the police chief Brown, in the Commissioner Brown that oversees the police. And then she goes to say, we need to get to all our communities, and if the police kept us safe, we would be the safest place in the world. Wait, what? Did the Listen Doctor bring out Black Lives Matters? Because that's what they said on their campaign.
The community
when
is
they
making
spoke
this
just
demand.
now.
If policing.
Wait.
Individual throughout.
That's his name. And he says he's from the Black Lives Matters party. Did I bring out the Black Lives Matters people? I mean, because I did thousands of stories about Chicago. And I called out Black Lives Matters so many times. And them bitches never came out. Did I get Black Lives Matters to come out and say something? But even when they came out and said something, who did they blame? Who did they blame? I've been saying this for years since I've been talking about this shit. Who do they blame? It's just like a female that cheats. They blame the nigga why they cheated. They blame their situation, what they came from in the past. It's just like if a nigga you catch stealing your check, your money out your pocket, out your book bag. He'll blame that he don't have no fucking money to get home. He'll blame that he just lost his job. They blame whoever the fuck they want to blame. And in this case, the Black Lives Matter party blamed the police and the commissioner on why Chicago is the way it is. Really? Don't blame the black community. Don't blame the black community when these police officers come in the black community asking them, y'all had a little kid that got shot in the head. Did anybody see anything? Nope. We ain't see nothing. We don't know nothing. I don't want to talk to you. That's what y'all give them. You got killers that's still out on the streets right now who have murdered kids. Not grown men, not grown women. Murdered kids. But what happened last month when a white little kid got murdered for no fucking reason? You know what the family did? You know what that white family did? They took $5,000 of their own money to put up to find out who did it. Guess what happened? In a matter of fucking hours, that killer was in jail. Because the family put their money where their mouth was. They didn't say, we're going to blame the police because the police didn't keep my son safe and he got killed. No. The family put their fucking money where their mouth was and got that nigga off the streets. Because somebody said $5,000 is a lot of money. I can tell on the nigga who I know killed them. Because niggas don't know how to do shit without saying nothing. They go back and they tell friends, yeah, I'm the one that did that murder. I'm the one that did that murder. I'm the one that killed that little kid. They looking for the wrong nigga. The whole time his bitch debating on telling the police or not. The whole time she debating on telling the police. Should I call the police? But this nigga got good dick though. I ain't gonna have him out here. But then I could still go fuck his little partner Tyrone though if I tell on him. Tyrone got some good dick, I heard. But Tyrone got more money than him. I mean, Joshua got more money than him. But yeah, I don't want no killer in my house. They might kick my door in. And she call the police and tell the police to come in there and get his bitch ass. This is what's happening in the black community. They didn't even blame them. Oh, I didn't even see it. Let's see if they even blame the black community. Let's see if they blame the community for not saying anything. Let's see.
We ask each and every individual throughout all of our communities in Chicago to get on top of your aldermen and call for a no confidence vote in Superintendent Brown.
If policing kept us safe, we would be the safest community in the country. And clearly we are not. The community is making this demand. They have been making this demand, and we will continue to make this demand, all of us together, until we are heard and we see the results that we request.
Those community activists spoke outside police headquarters here just a few moments ago. Some of the organizations represented: Black Lives Matter, Violence Interrupters, and the Little Village Community Council. Now, Superintendent Brown recently defended his summer violence strategy before members of the City Council. That was a 6-hour session on Friday. He pointed to the success of Memorial Day weekend, the last major holiday, and that weekend numbers were lower, the lowest in years for that holiday weekend. Outside police headquarters, Judy Wang, WGN News.
Okay, so they did not blame the community at all. But this, I don't know if I want to be a man or a woman, bitch ass nigga, this bitch ass nigga, these fake ass protesters that think that they, whatever, they went out here to say that they blame the police. The police is not out here shooting people. And I'm going to defend the police officers right now. I am going to defend the police. When all this shit came out about George Floyd, you heard everybody saying, defund the police. Defund the police. Defund the police. We need to defund the police. But where you motherfuckers called? Who you call when something happens? The police. They even say, you know what? Fuck the police. We gonna get the National Guard to come in here. You know what you bitches said? Oh no, we don't want that. We don't want the National Guard to take over. So you don't want the police to come. You don't want the National Guard to come. Who you want to come? Who you want to come? This is the hypocrisy with the majority of black people. First, you don't want the police to come. What up, Cookie? You don't want the National Guard to come. So who's next on that list? You want God and Jesus to come down and say, hey, y'all quit it. Put y'all in 2 separate corners. That's what the black community want in Chicago. What up, Cookie baby? I don't know if you missed it. Yeah, you just came in. I ain't been looking over here because I'm live on 2 different, I'm live 3 platforms really. But I want you to check out what just happened. I want you to check out what just happened. I got a story that I said that was going to happen already. I already predicted this shit on my story last week or Friday. I said it would be 100 to 200 shootings in Chicago. I was wrong by like 110. It was actually 84 people that was shot in Chicago. Shout out to my girl, aka Baby Bear. Happy birthday to you, sweetheart. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. But I was off by 110. It was actually 88 or 84 shootings that happened in Chicago. Listen to how these Black Lives Matters people, I bought them out. I've been saying Black Lives Matters never show up, and these bitches finally showed up. And what they had to do when they showed up was they showed up and blamed the police because the violence. That's what they did. They blamed the police for the violence in Chicago. And I don't understand it. I have no clue why y'all would want to blame the police for the way Chicago is. But listen to these people blame the police. Check this out. For the people that's watching this on the YouTube channel, what up, what up? For the people that's watching this on Facebook, what up, what up? I appreciate you guys. Listen to this shit. And I'm going to defend the police. I'm defending the police. Because this shit is outrageous. Listen to this shit.
Any official numbers yet, but according to our count, at least 72 people have been shot in the city since Friday evening. 5 of them were children. Those 5 children shot since Sunday afternoon.
A 6-year-old girl shot in West Pullman is among the weekend victims. She and her mother were outside with others early this morning near 119th in South Michigan. Someone fired from a gray SUV, hitting the child in the hand. and her mother in the back.
Likely, the 6-year-old wasn't the target, as we've seen too many times, tragically. Someone else is being targeted, and the unintended target, an innocent child, is struck.
Hours earlier, a 5-year-old girl was shot in the same neighborhood. She was in an alley at 117th and South Normal where someone started shooting. The girl was hit in her right leg. Police say her condition is stable at Roseland Community Hospital. And children were injured in a drive-by this morning in Washington Park. 6 people were shot. A 12-year-old girl remains in critical condition at Comer Children's Hospital. A 13-year-old boy is stable. Investigators put down more than 100 evidence markers at the scene. They have no suspects in custody.
No more.
Listen to this hypocrisy bullshit. I've been saying where is Black Lives Matters? Where are they? If y'all can't see that, if you can see it, that's representatives from the Black Lives Matters party. Hopefully you guys can see that. I'm gonna have to try to see what's going on with my light. But that is representatives from the Black Lives Matters party. I bought them out.
We ask each and every individual throughout all of our communities in Chicago to get on top of your aldermen and call for a no confidence vote in Superintendent Brown.
If policing kept us safe, we would be the safest community.
She just said if police kept us safe, we would be the safest community in the world. Wait, what? The same police that y'all wanted to defund Black Lives Matters? The same police that y'all wanted to defund. You blaming the police because the murders and the shootings in Chicago keep rising. That's what we doing now?
In the country, and clearly we are not. The community is making this demand. They have been making this demand, and we will continue to make this demand, all of us together, until we are heard and we see the results that we request.
Why y'all cannot have this much force? Can I ask a question? Why y'all can't have that much force and willpower to go to the black community and ask them to stop doing the shootings? Huh? Why y'all can't take that same energy and go to the Crips and the Bloods in Chicago and say, stop the murders? We're tired of this shit. We're tired of having to bury my children. We're tired of having to bury little kids, women and children and men. We're tired of it. You sit up here with this stupid ass face talking about, hey, we gonna keep doing this and we gonna keep showing up, and if the community, bitch, you don't believe none of that shit you talking about. Because if you did, sweetheart, if you did believe any of that shit you was talking about, the little girl that was shot in the black community, that killer is still out on the loose. That happened 2 weeks ago. He's still out. You would have went to that community, in the Gordon Parks community, and you would have told those people, hey, we know y'all was out here. The crime cameras show that it had a lot of people out there at that party. That baby's killer is still out. People, and I'm talking to my black people, if you let what this lady did make you feel like it's okay to feel this way, something's wrong with you. I'm telling you because I love you. Something's wrong with you. For my black people, something's wrong with you. This lady, shout out to Miss Ajadi, this lady is sitting up here and saying that we are tired of the police not doing their job. That's what she said. That's what she said. And I'm here to tell you that is false. She's lying. She's lying. The community don't give a fuck. The community don't care about their own people. Because if they did, these kids who do these murders, these bitch ass people that go out here and complete these murders will not be out there on the streets. But they are out there on the streets. No one came and said who did these murders. No one came out and said who did these murders. And I think that's fucked up. And I think it's irresponsible for us as people to keep allowing this shit to happen. I'm a black man. I love my black people. But sometimes we get what we deserve. We get what we deserve. Because none of y'all complain about where is the fact that Black Lives Matters never show up when it's a Black Lives Matter story that should matter because it's black on black violence. Y'all never speak up. You never speak up. But you allow that lady to go out there and say what she said and was incorrect on saying what she said. But it doesn't matter because she went out there. Y'all didn't. And when you start letting people be able to speak for you, that's when it's a problem. Because there's no way to know who's telling the truth. Because y'all voice is not being heard. And if your voice is not being heard, how you gonna know what's going on? How you gonna know what's going on? This is really sad. This is really sad. And this is where we at right now. We are at a moment where people do not give a fuck. They let anything happen to them. They let anybody go up there and speak for them. And I'm here to tell you, it needs to stop. We can't keep talking about we want things to change and we're not making it change. Yourself. I'm not even from Chicago. And I do more news stories than the people that's actually from Chicago talk about. I just found out some shocking shit. A good friend of mine that I like told me that Common, the rapper Common, has a little podcast. So I looked on Common's podcast and his Instagram. He's from Chicago. You know he never talked about one of these murders? Not one of these kids who were shot in the streets. He didn't talk about it at all on his show. Not one time. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, I would want to see a rapper from Chicago speak up and say something. Say anything. But this is what we get when you're dealing with the black community. Y'all allow y'all pastors to go out there and make a mockery of you guys. tell you guys that y'all need to stop having sex without marriage. But him and his wife didn't get married before they had their first child. You let the pastor go out there and tell you your children need to stop. Your girls need to start wearing presentable clothes and stop acting like a hooker. The whole time his daughter's sneaking out of the house, having sex with whoever she want to have sex with. He tell y'all you need to get your house in order. You need to get your wife in order. The whole time his wife is cheating on him. We'll allow anybody to tell us anything. And if we can allow anybody to tell us anything, we'll fall for anything. So we have been falling for this image that a man's supposed to let his wife run over him. We've been falling for this image that the police officers hate all black people. That is false. My dad was a police officer. My uncle was a police officer. My grandfather was a fucking police officer. For many years. Some of the best police officers I came in encounter with have been white. Ask Lil Wayne that. Lil Wayne didn't get saved by that white officer, you would have never knew Weezy F Baby. He would have been dead because Lil Wayne tried to kill himself at the age of 13 or 11. 11 years old. You would have never knew about Lil Wayne if it wasn't for that white officer saving him, rushing him to the hospital. Look it up. A white officer. A whole bunch of black officers came in and looked at him bleeding. Didn't try to save this man at all. The white officer did. A white officer. And he was not Lil Wayne at the time. He was just Lil Dwayne Carter. That's who he was. He was not Lil Wayne at that time. 11 years old. Shot in the stomach, in the abdomen. And he rushed him to the hospital. So go look up your research. When I was in the store yesterday, I had all kind of white people giving me all kind of shit, man. Asking me, do I need help with this? You know, friendly. Not the blacks. Happy 4th of July. Not the blacks. I just want to do a test on my sound right quick. Not the blacks. Not the blacks. Not the black people. They didn't do that. I count on one hand how many people that was black told me happy 4th of July yesterday. And it's not many. Only 3. 3. It's sad. But this is what we put up with. This is what we continue to keep putting up with year after year. And if we keep putting up with this, it's going to keep happening. I'm very very disgusted that these people was behind me that was able to go out there and say that the police need to do their job. I want y'all to hear that again for the people that's watching this on the replay. Just listen to what this lady said again. The ending of it.
This demand, and we will continue, and clearly we are not.
And Superintendent Brown.
If policing kept us safe, we would be the safest community in the country.
So by what you saying, sweetheart, by what you saying, we supposed to have a police on every corner at every minute. By what you saying, we supposed to have a police on every corner for every minute something goes wrong in the black community. That's what you want these police to do. But then when the police was doing that, when the police was standing up there doing that, black people said that they felt like the police was targeting them. They said they felt like the police was only hanging out on the black community corners, because they were targeting them. Then that's what y'all said? Then that's what y'all said? That the police is only out there because they were targeting them. But now you want the police to do a job like they've been doing. That makes sense, right? This is, and if for the people that get this far on my YouTube and on Facebook, because we live on both and we live on Bigo, for the people that get this far, I'm telling you right now, pay attention to who's leading you. Pay attention to who's leading you. Because those people who are leading you down a rabbit hole. They're leaving you to a place that you cannot come back from. This is a problem. And I'm here to tell you, I'm fed up. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. We should not have this problem in the black community that you have people like standing behind me, going up there speaking on our behalf. It's nobody that really represents the black community. Shout out to April in the building. What up, love? Appreciate it, baby. It's no one in the black community out there speaking for blacks. Listen to who you and look and see who you got leading you. Because if you can fall for anything, you'll fall for everything. And that's the problem. That no one wants to call out the so-called leaders that's leading you. I said it last week. You're going to have all these shootings on 4th of July. And they had 84 people shot. And 10 people being murdered. And children, 6 of those 10 under the age of 10 years old that was murdered. But y'all want to talk about the cops. At this part, you get what you get. If you are a black person, you kind of get what you get. Because y'all don't have enough guts to go out there and say, that's not right. We don't think that. We don't think that way. It's not the police. It's the other people, these black people out here that's doing these crimes. These gangbangers out there doing these crimes. It's not us. It's not the cops. And people can get mad at me all they want. Man, all you do is talk about negative shit. I done heard that in the last couple of days. That's all your show is about. I don't give no fucks. I'd rather talk about the things that's not happening. I have a story that I'm going to get to tonight. Hopefully the person comes on. We can talk about the story tonight. Of a black man going to a high school and buying every senior a suit to go to their graduation that could not afford one. This black man didn't get the didn't get the publicity that other people got in Atlanta. He went to Atlanta school and asked how many of those men couldn't afford a tux or a suit to go to their graduation. The graduation class was 300 plus. And half of them were men, boys, young men. And I think 75 of them couldn't afford a suit. So he got them suits to go to their graduations. That man didn't get on TV and say anything about it. They didn't even say anything about it on TV. So we're going to talk about that because they say all I do is talk about negative shit. I don't. But I will not. I will not stop bringing the truth out about negative shit that's happening in our community. It needs to be told. So I asked the question again. So now the are blaming the cops for the violence that's happened in Chicago. Is that something that we're doing now? Is that something that we're allowed to do? We can blame the police for the violence that's happened in Chicago. If that's where we at in the world right now, we sad. We done. If that's where we at, we done. We sad. I wanted to test out my mic and shit to see if everything was sounding right. But I don't know how to come back from that one. I don't know how they could come back from that one. People are actually out there feeding into this shit, saying, yeah, it's the police. It's the police. We got to do better. And it starts with us at home. It starts with us, with parents. Teaching your kids right from wrong. Telling your kids to go out there and be respectable adults. Showing your kids how to be a respectable adult by working, by sacrificing, doing things to let them know this is how you have to be in the world. You have to be a person that sacrifices certain things. If you're not, what are you doing? You playing around with your life. And for one, I won't be a person that's playing around with my life. I want to try to take back as much as I can take back and give back to people as much as I can give back. So if you are a person that's in this live that wants someone to teach you about finances, teach you about how to do YouTube, teach you on how to edit a video from beginning to start, teach you how to make sacrifice to get what you want, hit my link in the description box. I'm going to be giving classes on how to be a performer on YouTube. So if you want to get in tune with that, what's up, Mr. Jotty? If you want to get up in tune with that, go ahead and hit the link. I'm the only person on Bigo talking about these types of things. And I'm proud of it. But then I'm sad as well, because I feel like everyone should be talking about what I'm talking about. They should be adding and not taking. They should be adding to the people who feel like I feel. And it's kind of disheartening that people just allow shit like this to keep happening. And we just go by our regular business like ain't nothing happened. Thank everybody who came through. Appreciate you guys. But the facts is what it is. 84 people shot. 10 people murdered in Chicago. That is not the police department problem and fault. It's the communities. It starts in the community first. They can't post up at your house all day waiting on a killing to happen. They patrol the neighborhoods. They ride around in their cars. You bitch ass people go and complain. They targeting our community. They don't do that in the white community. Why they targeting our community? Why they sitting in front of my shop? Why they sitting in front of the park looking at the kids play basketball? That's racist. But soon somebody in the basketball game get fouled, he go to his car and pull out a gun and shoot everybody. Now y'all blaming the cops because they ain't get there fast enough. Get the fuck out of here. Thank you guys for watching. I am the Listen Doctor Radio, aka the Doc, and I'll see you guys when I see you. More stories like this on the website. Go check them out at thelistendoctor.com. Go ahead and check them out right now. I got 2 reactions that's going to drop today. 2 reactions that should drop today. I'm going to drop 2 of them back to back. 2 today and 2 tomorrow. So go ahead and watch out for those. More reactions to come Wednesday. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. I appreciate everybody. I see you guys when I see you. Peace, y'all.